let's take a look at Monday's number 1. Carlos walked to school on 9 of the 20 school days in February. What percent of the 20 days did Carlos walk to school? So the first thing is, I gave you a hint. It says write your fraction first. Well, a fraction is part to a whole amount. So in this question, I can see that he walked to school 9, which is a part of the 20 days. So 9 out of 20. But for there to be a percent for every, and cent means 100. So that's what percent means, for every 100. So this has to be out of 100 for you to find the percent. So I have to look, how do I get from 20 to 100? How many 20s are in 100? Well, that's times 5, 20 times 5. So that means I need to do the same thing to the numerator, 9 times 5, which would give me 45. So 45 out of 100 would be 45%. Okay, let's take a look at number 2. So number 2, you can cut in different ways, totally up to you. And I actually could do both of them for you. So I'm going to scoot this over a little so I can make a duplicate of this real quick for us. Okay, so then I can do both of them. So you can see both ways to check with your answer. Okay, first way I'm going to do that I saw a lot of students in class were doing is cutting here. So remember, length times width, 4 times 5, that gives me 20. So I have 20 centimeters squared. But then my length and width here, I know the 1, but I don't know this width. I know the 7 is for the entire way across. Okay, but if I know this amount, then I can figure out what that is. Well, this is 4 because it's parallel to this one. So this is 4, so this is 4. So that tells me that this little piece needs to be 3. So then 1 times 3 is 3 centimeters squared. So then I total that to be 23 centimeters squared. Okay, if you cut it this way, then you have your length and width for this one, which is 1 times 7, which is 7. But then we have to look at the length and width here, length and width. The 5 is for the entire thing. But I know that this little piece is 1, so that means this top piece is 4. So that makes this 16 centimeters squared because 4 times 4. So then I add 16 plus 7, and this would be 23 centimeters squared, just like the other example. Okay, number 3 was throwing a lot of people today in class. So you have 6 1/3 cups of orange juice in a glass pitcher. Lily is transferring these into equal amounts into 3 bottles. So that's like dividing by 3. How many cups of juice are in each bottle? So if I think of my cups, I have 6 cups. Here are my 6 cups. Okay. If I put them into groups of 3, and I know the 1/3, so here is my 1/3. So those are, whoops. So 1/3 right there. Okay. So if I think about them, I'm going to put them, actually, here. I'm going to draw my bottles. See if I can draw a bottle very well. Probably not. Nope, that's a horrible bottle. Okay, we'll just make my bottle into look like this. This is my bottle. 2 bottles, 3 bottles. So if I look, I can do, okay, 1, 2 cups, 1, 2 cups, 1, 2 cups, but then I still have to separate this 1/3 into the 3 bottles. Well, if I cut this into thirds, each one of them would get one of these little pieces. So I can see that they each would get 2 whole cups, and then they're each going to get 1 piece. So that would be 1 out of, and you have to count the total number of spots that you've cut. Even though we don't have this, it's of the whole would be 1 out of 9. So this would be 1/9. So each cup is getting, or each bottle is getting 2 1/9 of that. Okay, and the last question is you're just ordering these integers from least to greatest. So remember, with integers, when we're talking about negative numbers, the more negative, the lower it is. So I would first look for my biggest negative, which is this negative 83. So that would be my first one. And then negative 62, negative 47, negative 11, and then I would do my positives, 38 and 56. And that should be your order for ordering the integers. Okay, if you have any questions, come see me tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.